So Royce is here talking about J. Cole is the only competitive rapper, bro. Joe Budden reacts. Yo, Joe Budden been in the rap industry for a while. Is Joe Budden even a rapper, bro? Like,
I feel like I need to know
I feel
how
like
you
this
feel
dude hates
about
on a lot
all
of
these
people.
label layoffs. I feel like I need to know how you feel about, it sounds generic, but the state of the rap game in general, the state of rappers in general. Is this a speak to the competitive nature or lack thereof? Just tell me what you see when you look
Man, we're gonna
out
check out and
into
hear what he guys say, bro.
the landscape.
I haven't taken a real deep look out into the landscape, but from where I'm sitting, it looks like J. Cole is the only one being competitive. He's the only one
you mean, bro?
who's rapping with the kind of conviction that says, you know, like, I still value the number one spot as a lyricist.
Bro, that is stupid. That's Eminem dropped a song the other day, bro. It's one of the hardest thing out right now. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? I'm not saying J. Cole is not dropping bars, bro. But come on, man. You can't say J. Cole is the only one
who's rapping with the kind of conviction that says, you know, like, I still value the number one spot as a lyricist. I see where a lot of, especially the younger generations get, I see a lot of them not really hanging their hat on just the lyrical part of creativity at all.
That I agree with.
Like, they're finding different ways to impact and to resonate with people. Like, you know what I mean? Which is fire.
Yeah, that's fly.
You know what I mean? That's when the elder statesmen like myself start trying to learn. You know what I mean? I want to make myself understand. Like, why is this touching people like that? I can't even understand what they're saying. You know what I mean? So,
well,
I think it's cool.
With that.
I think it's evolving. I think it's moving forward. It's definitely moving away from lyricism being the caveat, which I'm cool with, because it's a lot more things that I can do besides be just like a, you know.
Bro, like Little Maboo, bro. That's why I don't react to a lot of his videos, bro, because I don't know why or how he gets that many views and people commenting, "Oh, this is fire, bro! Fire my ass."
You know what I mean? So, I think it's cool. I think it's evolving.
I
think
Royce
it's moving forward. It's definitely moving away from lyricism being the caveat.
But I don't agree with the J. Cole is the only one though.
There's a lot more things that I can do besides be just like a, you know, lyrical. People can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So it's like when they feel like you can do one thing well, they kind of put you in that box. So it's cool. It's cool that it's evolving into a space where you have no choice but to kind of look and see if there's other layers here. You know what I mean? So that's
Which is right.
So I'm still inspired to make music in that regard.
I agree with that.
Question?
No, I think that was it. Just the
label fire.
Oh, the label.
But that was part of the landscape.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but what you told me about that one label, what you told me last night, that was my first time even hearing it. Like, I had no idea. You know I wasn't about to do that.
Yeah.
Bro, try to shut him up.
Plus, I don't drink no more. But
it's scary.
I got a lot of friends that work at labels. I mean, you know, it's a small community. Everybody know everybody. So I'm just always happy to see my people get jobs or see people who along my journeys were at a certain level and to watch them elevate, knowing that you've known them from the beginning. That's always fulfilling. You know what I mean? So that's cool. But other than just analyzing relationships and saluting people, I really don't know much about the inner workings of labels.
Yeah.
Because it changes so much, you know?
I was listening to Rob Markman, shout out to Rob, speak about the industry layoffs. And he said he's been speaking to a lot of people in the industry, and the number one thing, in his opinion, from his survey, that artists lose, is that person at the label that's going to get them to understand your vision.
The translator.
Yes. And a lot of people might not know just how deep that is.
You mean get
the label to understand the artist's
Yes.
vision. Gotcha.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Translation
And
goes
vice
both
That makes
ways.
sense.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
very
sense.
important. It's very important. So with people losing that thing, I know there's a lot of artists out there that are just trying to find their way. Like that's really important in music.
Yeah, layoff
You,
is
you
going
know who those people
because
usually were? People who have made.
records aren't selling like they used to. Like back in the days, you'll hear you'll hear a track over the radio, and if you want it, you got to buy the record. Now you just go on YouTube because I don't understand how they expect to make money off selling records when as soon as their album comes out, they upload every song on YouTube. Like there's so many ways you can go on YouTube and download the songs and just put it together and make your own album. Yeah, feel me? So I don't get why they do that. I would say, man, anything goes online has to be a preview. And even though I have an Android. I've always been an Android person. But this is one thing I rate with iOS devices. It's not as easy to get bootleg content on your phone, on your device. You gotta pay to stream it. You can't just have it on it like Android. I can show y'all sites where you can get the latest movies on your phone. You can download it, you can share, you can send to people. Like movie theaters aren't even making that much money anymore because of this stuff.
Made records before.
Anyway, like that's really important in music.
Yeah.
You know who those people usually were? People who have made records before.
Exactly what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So like
Records, bro.
Look at how much you got to pay those kind of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like once you take away the equalizer, then you create a even wider margin of just disconnect in communication. And what I'm seeing from afar, the labels don't seem to, well, I'm not going to generalize and say the labels, but a lot of people that work at the labels don't seem to care about that disconnect.
Yeah.
Because the money's still coming.
Yeah, they not.
Well, what they use to justify it is metrics.
Yeah, it's a numbers thing.
It's all about the metrics.
It's not humans. It's numbers.
Niggas always talk like that at labels. You know what I mean? Even back in the day, they always use that as an excuse to why they're not taking steps and being intentional about actually developing artists.
I know you
Exactly.
said your son is now showing he wants to create. Are you having these conversations with him just to prep him for the changes that's going to come with the business? Now trying to.
Long ago. My son was. It's a club called the L Club in Detroit. Holds like 200-300 kids. Like he sold that spot out when he was a junior in high school. Wow.
That's
A bunch of
crazy.
kids in there singing his shit word for word. Songs I haven't even
Fire,
heard.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
crazy, bro.
he's had his finger on the pulse of just that in general for a long time. So he's very, very seasoned, well beyond his years. So me and him, we got an agreement, and that's just this: don't ever sign your name on anything without me putting my eyes on it first.
That's my agreement with my son.
That's it. Other than
That's
that,
the only
I'll
way.
stay out of your way unless you need me or unless I see you doing something so bad where I got to step in. You know what I mean? So people been offering him
That's a true
deals,
father,
all of these
bro.
new hybrid production manager deals.
Yeah,
These kids will
forget
go
that.
to college and just hear their homeboys saying some shit, sign to them. They'll go to a studio. Hey, you can get all the studio time in the world and all the beats you need. For free. Yeah, it's like I'm talking to my son about some of this shit. I'm like, yo, dog, let me repeat some of this stuff back to you and let me tell you what I think about it. But that's my only rule is don't sign nothing without me knowing.
Because patience is the only thing that you can bet your bottom dollar they're not gonna have patience.
Facts.
That's just
Facts,
not
bro.
a part of being a young, hungry. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's in the thrill of the chase. You know what I mean? So
Facts, bro. Some stuff you gotta let go, bro. Like you gotta know what you're signing for real. So I agree with that. The only thing I don't agree with Royce, the 5.9 inch, is that his name? The only thing I don't agree with him is when he said J. Cole is the only bro. Kendrick just dropped something. Y'all can't tell me that's not competitive rapping. As I said, Eminem dropped something the other day. Y'all can't tell me that's not competitive rapping. Like, come on, man. That's the only thing I don't agree with. But everything else that he's saying, I agree with because kids these days don't have patience. And someone approach them and be like, "Hey, I'll give you $10 million. Just sign this paper." They're gonna be like, $10 million? I've never even owned $250,000 in my life. Of course, I'm gonna sign this, not knowing that that's gonna take you probably 15 years with 2,000 songs. You don't know the work you're gonna have to put in to get that done, bro. And if y'all don't know anything about the music industry, bro, if you sign a piece of paper, there's two ways you can get out of a contract. Y'all need to look it up if y'all don't know, bro.